Welcome back to Mahiro's Japanese School. I'm thrilled to have you here for episode 24 of our Discover Japan series. Today, we're exploring a prefecture that's home to Japan's largest lake, stunning mountain terraces with views that'll take your breath away, magnificent castles, mystical shrines, and centuries of fascinating history. We're diving into Shiga Prefecture. Shiga is located right in the heart of Japan, in the Kansai region, and it completely surrounds Lake Biwa, Japan's biggest and oldest lake. While Shiga is often overlooked by international tourists who rush to nearby Kyoto or Osaka, this prefecture is absolutely packed with incredible experiences and some of the most Instagram-worthy spots in all of Japan. From floating terraces above the clouds to ancient temples that shaped Japanese Buddhism, from fairy tale castles to mystical shrines rising from the water, Shiga is going to surprise you in the best way possible. Let's explore. 1. Lake Biwa and the Biwako Terrace. Let's start with the star of Shiga Prefecture, Lake Biwa. This massive lake covers about 1/6 of the entire prefecture and is the largest freshwater lake in Japan. But here's what's really amazing. Lake Biwa is over 4 million years old, making it one of the oldest lakes in the world. The lake is about 670 square kilometers in size, and on clear days, you can see all the way across to the opposite shore and the mountains beyond. Lake Biwa has been absolutely essential to this region's history, culture, and ecology for thousands of years. It provides drinking water for over 14 million people in the Kansai region, including Kyoto and Osaka. But the best way to experience Lake Biwa isn't from the shore, it's from above. Let me take you to one of the most spectacular viewpoints in all of Japan, Biwako Valley and the Grand Terrace. The Biwako Valley ropeway takes you from the base station up to the mountain summit at about 1,100 meters elevation. The ride itself is already incredible. As you ascend, Lake Biwa gradually reveals itself below you in all its glory. The views get more and more dramatic with every second. And then you arrive at the top and wow, the Grand Terrace is absolutely stunning. This modern observation deck seems to float above the clouds, offering 360-degree panoramic views of Lake Biwa and the surrounding mountains. The Grand Terrace is designed with multiple levels and viewing platforms. There are wooden deck areas where you can sit and relax, photo spots, perfectly positioned for those Instagram-worthy shots, and even infinity-edge viewing platforms where it looks like you're stepping out into the sky. You can lounge on comfortable deck chairs, enjoy a coffee or meal at the Terrace Cafe, and just soak in this incredible view. On clear days, the lake sparkles like a giant mirror reflecting the sky. The scale is just breathtaking. You can see for miles and miles. The terrace is beautiful at any time, but sunrise and sunset are absolutely magical. During sunrise, you can watch the sun emerge from behind the mountains, casting golden light across the lake. At sunset, the sky explodes in colors, orange, pink, and purple, all reflected in the lake below. Many people say this is one of the most romantic spots in all of Japan. Each season brings something different. Spring has fresh green mountains and cherry blossoms. Summer is bright and clear with deep blue waters. Autumn paints the mountains in brilliant reds and golds. And winter? Sometimes the terrace sits above a sea of clouds. You're literally floating above the clouds with mountain peaks poking through. It's surreal. Beyond the terrace, Biwako Valley offers tons of activities. There's a zip line that sends you flying over the mountains with Lake Biwa spread out below you. Talk about an adrenaline rush. There are also hiking trails, a skywalk, and in winter, it becomes a ski resort. Back at lake level, you can enjoy water activities like kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, or taking a cruise boat across the lake. The cycling path around Lake Biwa is also famous among cycling enthusiasts. It's about 200 kilometers all the way around, making it one of Japan's premier long-distance cycling routes. Pro tip: visit the Grand Terrace on a weekday morning for smaller crowds. And the best light for photos: book your ropeway tickets online in advance during peak seasons. Bring a light jacket even in summer, it's always cooler at the summit. 2. Hikone Castle, a feudal masterpiece. Now let's travel back in time to the Edo period, with one of Japan's most beautiful and historically significant castles, Hikone Castle. This castle is one of only 5 castles in Japan designated as a national treasure, and when you see it, you'll understand exactly why. Hikone Castle was completed in 1622 and took about 20 years to build. What makes this castle incredibly special? is that it's one of only 12 original castles remaining in Japan, meaning the main keep has survived from the Edo period without being destroyed or reconstructed. You're looking at authentic 400-year-old architecture. The castle was built by the Yiyi clan, one of the most powerful samurai families who were loyal to the Tokugawa shogunate. As you approach the castle, you'll notice the incredibly clever defensive design. There are multiple gates, steep stone walls, narrow passageways, and hidden defensive positions. Enemy attackers would have had an extremely difficult time trying to conquer this fortress. The path up to the castle is beautiful. You walk through multiple gates, each one designed to slow down and confuse attackers. The stone walls are built in different styles, showing the various construction periods and techniques. Some stones are perfectly fitted without mortar, while others are more roughly assembled. The three-story main keep sits at the summit, with commanding views of the surrounding area and Lake Biwa. The white walls and the distinctive roof design with its elegant curves make it look almost like it's floating. The architectural details are exquisite. Notice the decorative gables, the window placements, and the defensive openings where archers could shoot arrows. Inside, the castle is surprisingly functional and military-focused compared to the exterior's elegance. You'll see the steep wooden staircases almost like ladders, low doorways designed for people to crawl through during attacks, and various defensive features. The view from the top floor is spectacular. You can see Lake Biwa and understand why this strategic location was so important. Right next to the castle is Genkyu-en Garden, a beautiful traditional Japanese garden created in 1697. This daimyo garden features a large pond, tea houses, and meticulously arranged plants and rocks. The garden was designed to recreate famous scenic spots from around Japan and China. Walking through this garden is like experiencing multiple beautiful landscapes in one place. You can actually enjoy matcha tea at one of the traditional tea houses in the garden, while overlooking the pond with the castle in the background. It's an incredibly peaceful experience and gives you a glimpse into how feudal lords lived. And here's something fun. Hikone Castle is represented by one of Japan's most famous mascot characters, Hikone. This adorable cat character wearing a samurai helmet appears throughout the castle grounds, poses for photos with visitors, and even performs a little dance show several times a day. The mascot was created in 2007 and has become a beloved symbol of the city. Like many Japanese castles, Hikone is absolutely stunning during cherry blossom season. About 1,200 cherry trees surround the castle, creating a pink wonderland. The combination of the white castle, pink cherry blossoms, and blue sky is picture perfect. Autumn is also beautiful, when the surrounding trees turn red and gold. Historical significance. The Yiyi clan who built this castle played crucial roles in Japanese history. Ii Naosuke, one of the most important figures of the late Edo period, came from this family. The castle tells the story not just of architecture, but of the political intrigue and power struggles that shaped modern Japan. 3. Shirahige Shrine, the floating torii. If you've been dreaming of seeing one of those iconic torii gates standing in the water, let me introduce you to Shirahige Shrine, one of the most photogenic and mystical spots in all of Japan. This bright red torii gate stands about 30 meters offshore in Lake Biwa, appearing to float on the water's surface. The image of this torii with the lake and mountains in the background is absolutely breathtaking, especially during sunrise or sunset when the sky is painted in beautiful colors. Sunrise is particularly magical here. Photographers from all over Japan come to capture the moment when the sun rises directly behind the torii gate, creating a golden reflection on the water. The torii becomes a silhouette against the glowing sky. It's one of those moments that makes you feel truly alive. Shirahige Shrine itself sits on the shore and is considered one of the oldest shrines in Japan, with origins dating back over 2,000 years. Shirahige means white beard, and the shrine is dedicated to Saruta Hiko, a deity believed to guide people and bring longevity and good fortune. The main shrine building is beautiful, with traditional vermilion-painted wood and ornate decorations. There are several smaller shrines within the grounds, each dedicated to different aspects of good fortune, everything from safe travel to relationship blessings. Many visitors come here to pray for longevity and good health. You'll see the traditional ritual of washing hands and mouth at the purification fountain, bowing twice, clapping twice, and bowing once more when praying. Even if you're not religious, Participating in these rituals is a meaningful way to connect with Japanese culture. The small beach area in front of the shrine offers a peaceful place to sit and contemplate the lake. The sound of gentle waves, the view of the Torii Gate, and the fresh lake breeze create an incredibly serene atmosphere. Photography tips. Best photo times. Sunrise around 6:30 a.m. or sunset golden hour. Use the crosswalk carefully when photographing from across the road. Respect shrine visitors and avoid blocking their path. The Torii looks different with every season and weather condition. Each visit offers new photo opportunities. Cultural note. The Torii Gate in the water represents the boundary between the sacred world and the ordinary world. Walking through, or in this case, viewing a torii is symbolically entering a sacred space. The placement in the lake makes this boundary even more dramatic and beautiful. 4. Enryakuji Temple, the cradle of Japanese Buddhism. Now let's visit one of the most historically and spiritually important sites in all of Japan, Enryakuji Temple on Mount Hiei. This isn't just a beautiful temple. It's a place that literally shaped the course of Japanese Buddhism and history. Enryakuji was founded in 788 by the monk Saicho, and it became the headquarters of Tendai Buddhism, one of the most influential schools of Buddhism in Japan. For over 1,000 years, Mount Hiei has been one of the most important centers of Buddhist learning and spiritual practice in Japan. The temple complex is spread across Mount Hiei, which sits right on the border between Shiga and Kyoto prefectures. The mountain itself has been considered sacred since ancient times, and the temple was strategically positioned to protect Kyoto, which was the capital from evil spirits believed to come from the northeast direction. The complex is divided into 3 main areas: Todo East, Saito West, and Yokawa, spread across the mountain. There are over 100 buildings in total, including meditation halls, pagodas, and living quarters for monks. Walking through the temple grounds feels like exploring a sacred mountain city. The Kanpan Chudo Central Main Hall is the most important building. Inside, there's an eternal flame called the Fumetsu no Hoji that has been burning continuously for over 200 years. Can you imagine? This flame has been kept alive through wars, fires, and countless generations of monks. It represents the continuous transmission of Buddhist teachings. The approach to various halls takes you through ancient cedar forests that are hundreds of years old. These towering trees create a cathedral-like atmosphere. The sunlight filters through the branches, birds sing in the distance, and there's a profound sense of peace and timelessness. You can almost feel the spiritual energy of the countless monks who have walked these same paths for over a millennium. Enryakuji is still an active training monastery. If you're lucky, you might see monks in their traditional robes going about their daily practice. The training here is intense. Some monks undergo the Kaihokyo, a practice where they walk up to 84 kilometers per day through the mountains for 1,000 days over a 7-year period. It's one of the most extreme spiritual practices in Buddhism. From various points on Mount Hiei, you can see spectacular views of Lake Biwa on one side and Kyoto on the other. This vantage point made Mount Hiei incredibly important for both spiritual and military purposes throughout Japanese history. Many of Japan's most important Buddhist figures studied at Enryakuji, including Honen, founder of Pure Land Buddhism, Shinran, founder of True Pure Land Buddhism, Nichiren, founder of Nichiren Buddhism, and Dogen, founder of Soto Zen. This temple literally gave birth to major schools of Japanese Buddhism. It's like the Harvard of Buddhist Studies. UNESCO recognition. Enryakuji is registered as a UNESCO World Heritage Site as part of the historic monuments of ancient Kyoto. Its historical, cultural, and religious significance cannot be overstated. Visiting tips. Dress modestly, cover shoulders and knees. The complex is large plan, at least 2 to 3 hours. Can be reached by cable car from Kyoto or by ropeway from Shiga side. Particularly beautiful during autumn colors. Some halls may restrict photography, always check signs. 5. Hachiman Bori Canal, Edo period charm. Now let's visit one of the most charming and romantic spots in Shiga. Hachiman Bori Canal in the town of Omihachiman. This place looks like it came straight out of a period drama. Hachiman Bori is a historic canal that was constructed about 400 years ago. During the Edo period, the canal was originally built for transporting goods and connecting the town to Lake Biwa, making Omihachiman a prosperous merchant town. What makes this place so special is that the entire area has been incredibly well preserved. You'll see traditional white-walled storehouses, merchant houses with distinctive black wooden lattice facades and stone bridges arching over the water. Walking here feels like traveling back in time to the Edo period. One of the best ways to experience Hachimanbori is by taking a traditional-style boat tour. These hand-rowed boats glide quietly through the canal, while a guide explains the history and points out architectural details. In spring, cherry blossoms hang over the water, creating a pink canopy. In autumn, the foliage reflects in the canal's surface. It's incredibly romantic and peaceful. Each season transforms the canal. Spring brings cherry blossoms and fresh greenery. Summer offers shade from willow trees draped over the water. Autumn paints everything in warm reds and golds. Winter sometimes brings a dusting of snow. That makes the scene even more like a painting. Many of the old merchant houses have been converted into museums, shops, cafes, and restaurants, but they've maintained their historic exteriors. You can visit the former Nishinomura house or the former Yoshida house to see how wealthy merchants lived during the Edo period. With beautiful tatami rooms, sliding doors painted with gold leaf, and private gardens. Omi Hachiman is also known for traditional crafts, especially Omi Jofu traditional linen fabric and Akagawara red roof tiles. You'll find shops selling beautiful handmade items that make perfect souvenirs. What I love most about Hachimanbori is the atmosphere. It's peaceful and unhurried. You can stroll slowly, take photos, sit on a bench by the water, or enjoy tea at a traditional cafe. There are no crowds here compared to Kyoto, which makes it feel more authentic and special. Filming location. Hachimanbori has been used as a filming location for numerous Japanese period dramas and movies. The preserved Edo period atmosphere makes it perfect for historical productions. You might recognize it from Japanese TV shows. 6. Shiga's local cuisine. All right, food lovers, it's time to explore Shiga's unique culinary scene. Being surrounded by Lake Biwa and blessed with rich farmland, Shiga has developed distinctive dishes you won't find anywhere else. Let's eat! 6.1. Omi beef Omi Gyu. Here's something that might surprise you. While Kobe beef is world famous, Omi beef actually has an even longer history. Omi beef has been raised in Shiga for over 400 years, making it the oldest branded beef in Japan. Omi beef comes from Japanese black cattle, raised in Shiga's clean environment with pure water from Lake Biwa. The meat is incredibly well marbled, tender, and has a sweet, rich flavor that melts in your mouth. The fat has a lower melting point than other beef, which gives it that signature buttery texture. You can enjoy Omi beef in many ways, as yakiniku grilled meat in sukiyaki hot pot, as shabu-shabu, or even as high-quality steak. One bite and you'll understand why Omi beef is considered one of Japan's 3 great Wagyu, along with Kobe and Matsusaka beef. 6.2. Funazushi. Now this one is, let's say, adventurous. Funazushi is one of Japan's oldest forms of sushi, and is completely different from what you might think of as sushi. It's actually a type of fermented fish. Funazushi is made from nigurabuna, a small carp fish caught from Lake Biwa. The fish is salted, then packed in rice and fermented for months or even years, sometimes up to 3 years. The fermentation process creates a very strong smell and an intensely sour, pungent flavor. I'll be honest, this is definitely an acquired taste. The flavor is extremely strong, salty, and sour. It's often described as being similar to blue cheese in terms of intensity. But locals love it, especially paired with sake. If you're a foodie who loves trying unique local delicacies, this is your ultimate challenge. 6.3. Omi Champon. This is Shiga's soul food. Omi Champon is completely different from Nagasaki Champon. It's a stir-fried dish featuring thick, chewy noodles cooked with vegetables in a sweet and sour sauce. Made from soy sauce, vinegar, and sugar, the noodles are stir-fried in a wok until slightly crispy on the outside but still chewy inside. Then tossed with cabbage, onions, pork, and other vegetables. The sauce caramelizes during cooking, creating a delicious sweet savory flavor with a tangy kick. It's incredibly satisfying comfort food. 6.4. Koyu no tsukudani small ayu fish in soy glaze. Koayu are tiny young ayu sweet fish caught from Lake Biwa in spring. They're simmered for hours in soy sauce, sugar, and mirin until they become tender enough to eat whole bones and all. The result is sweet, salty, and incredibly flavorful. The fish are so tender that the bones aren't noticeable at all. It's traditionally eaten with rice and is packed with calcium. This dish showcases the Lake Biwa fishery tradition that goes back centuries. 6.5. Sabasomen mackerel with noodles. This is one of Shiga's most famous dishes. Sabasomen originated in Kitaomi and is traditionally eaten during festivals and special occasions. Salty grilled or simmered mackerel is served on top of salmon thin wheat noodles in a hot soy-based broth. The combination might sound unusual, but it's absolutely delicious. The rich, oily mackerel pairs perfectly with the light, delicate noodles. The dish has deep cultural significance and represents hospitality and local tradition. 6 Omi rice. Shiga is one of Japan's major rice-producing regions. The prefecture's clean water from Lake Biwa and fertile land create perfect conditions for growing high-quality rice. Brands like Mizukagami are prized throughout Japan. The rice here has a perfect balance of sweetness, stickiness, and individual grain texture. Whether you're eating it plain with a meal or as part of sushi, you can taste the quality difference. 6-7 Biwa Masu Biwa trout. This is a type of trout that's endemic to Lake Biwa, meaning it exists nowhere else in the world. Biwa Masu is the largest fish in the lake and is considered a delicacy. It can be enjoyed as sashimi raw, grilled with salt, or simmered in soy sauce. The flesh is light pink, delicate, and has a clean, refined flavor. It's seasonal and most delicious in spring and early summer. If you see it on a menu, definitely order it. It's a true taste of Lake Biwa. 6-8 Akanmochi baby gobi rice cakes. Akanmochi are rice cakes containing dried isaza baby gobis from Lake Biwa. These tiny fish are mixed into the rice cake dough and grilled until crispy. The crispy texture combined with the savory fish flavor, and the chewy rice cake is surprisingly delicious. They're often eaten as a snack or appetizer with sake. The tiny fish add crunch and umami to every bite. 6-9 local sake. Shiga's abundant high-quality water makes it perfect for sake brewing. The prefecture has numerous sake breweries producing excellent varieties. The sake here tends to be smooth and refined, reflecting the purity of Lake Biwa's water. Try brands like Kitashima, Matsu no Tsukasa, or Shichihon Yari. All are award-winning sake from Shiga. Many breweries offer tours and tastings where you can learn about the brewing process. Pro tip for foodies. Visit Omi Hachiman's old merchant district for traditional restaurants, serving Omi beef and local specialties in historic buildings. For the freshest lake fish, try restaurants near the lakeshore. And if you're brave enough to try funazushi, ask the restaurant staff to recommend how to eat it properly, usually with sake to balance the strong flavor. And there you have it, Shiga Prefecture. From floating above the clouds at the Grand Terrace to exploring one of Japan's 12 original castles, from witnessing the mystical, floating torii of Shirahige Shrine to discovering the birthplace of Japanese Buddhism at Enryakuji, from strolling along romantic Edo period canals to savoring the oldest branded beef in Japan, Shiga offers an incredible mix of nature, history, culture, and cuisine. What I love most about Shiga is how it gives you authentic Japanese experiences without the overwhelming crowds you'll find in nearby Kyoto. You can take your time, really soak in the atmosphere, and connect more deeply with each place. Plus, Lake Biwa ties everything together. It's always there, this massive ancient presence that has shaped the region's culture and history for millions of years. And remember, Shiga transforms with every season. Cherry blossoms in spring, green mountains and lake activities in summer, spectacular autumn colors, and serene winter landscapes. Each visit would offer completely different experiences. If you enjoyed discovering Shiga with me today, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Mahiro's Japanese School. We're on a mission to explore all 47 prefectures of Japan, and we're making great progress. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Now I want to hear from you. What surprised you most about Shiga? Would you be brave enough to try funazushi, or would you stick with the amazing Omi beef? Are you dreaming of that sunrise view at Shirahige Shrine, or floating above the clouds at the Grand Terrace? Drop a comment below, and let me know what you're most excited to experience. I read every single comment, and your feedback helps me create even better videos. Oh, and here's a fun fact before I go. Lake Biwa got its name because its shape resembles a biwa, a traditional Japanese stringed musical instrument. Pretty cool, right? Thank you so much for exploring Shiga with me today. Until next time, keep discovering, keep learning, and remember, some of Japan's best treasures are hiding in places you've never heard of. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.